If I wanted to, I could tear out those screws and show you some attempted murder.
There's some pretty wild and surprisingly believable for me rumors going around that Wild Things and Scream star Neve Campbell might be playing Polaris in the upcoming Avengers Doomsday. At first, that might not seem like a big deal since so many X-Men characters are showing up in the movie, but hold on, her playing Polaris would be a big deal, because if this is true, then this will be the first brand new X-Men casting for Doomsday. So far, everyone announced for the film has already played their characters before. Patrick Stewart as Professor X, Ian McKellen as Magneto, Kelsey Grammer as Beast, Alan Cumming as Nightcrawler, Rebecca Romijn as Mystique, James Marsden as Cyclops, and even Channing Tatum as Gambit. But Neve Campbell as Polaris? That would be a first. If this is true, she'd be the first fresh X-Men face joining Doomsday. And honestly, it wouldn't be too far-fetched, especially since Polaris has shown up in the Secret Wars comics. Now, if you don't read the comics, you might be wondering, who even is Polaris? So here's a quick crash course. Polaris, aka Dr. Lorna Sally Dane, met the original X-Men team when she was still a student. She was drawn to San Francisco by a device called the Psych Generator, created by the villain Mesmero to attract mutants with hidden powers. She ended up meeting Iceman, who snapped her out of the trance, and then the rest of the X-Men. Eventually, Mesmero captured her and awakened her mutant abilities, calling her the Queen of the Mutants. When the X-Men tried to save Lorna, Magneto showed up and dropped a bomb. He claimed to be her dad. Even though the X-Men warned her Magneto was bad news, Lorna just couldn't bring herself to fight him. But then Iceman talked to her foster parents, who said her real parents died in a plane crash. That info pushed her to turn on Magneto. Later on, though, it turned out that Lorna actually caused that crash, and Magneto had wiped her memory of it with the help of Mastermind. Iceman had a bit of a crush on her, but it wasn't mutual. Lorna ended up falling for Havoc instead. Then it was revealed that the Magneto who claimed to be her father was actually just an android. Yeah, wild. She got captured by Sentinels not long after, but the X-Men rescued her, and she officially joined the team, moving into Xavier's mansion. She even helped the crew fight off an alien race called the Xenox that was trying to take over Earth. Her first superhero name was Magnetrix, but she wasn't a fan. That didn't stop Havoc from teasing her with it though. Classic flirty move. Eventually, the two of them left the team to geek out on geophysics together and moved to California's Diablo mountain range. Oh, and at one point, they teamed up to fight the Hulk, because why not? Lorna also got to show off just how powerful she really was during the big battle with Krakoa. She disrupted the Earth's magnetic field and literally launched the island into space. After that, she and Havoc joined Moira McTaggart at a research facility on Muir Island. At one point, Lorna got a brand new Shi'ar-style costume courtesy of Davin Shakari, a Shi'ar agent also known as Eric the Red. Unfortunately, he wasn't just giving out fashion upgrades for fun. He used serious mind control to mess with both Lorna and Havoc, turning them against the X-Men in a plot to kill Professor X. He's the one who actually gave her the name Polaris, and she stuck with it from then on. Things got intense at JFK Airport when the brainwashed duo went full-on battle mode against the X-Men. Polaris ended up getting taken down by Storm, but Eric the Red managed to escape with both her and Havoc. Eventually, Xavier broke the mind control and freed them. After that, Lorna and Havoc mostly stepped back from superhero life. They popped in to help now and then, like during the fight with Proteus on Muir Island, but they mostly lived a quiet civilian life in New Mexico, finishing their degrees. That peace didn't last, though. They got pulled back into the chaos thanks to a twisted villain called Arcade in his murder world. Then came another major threat. The Marauders ambushed them around the time of the Mutant Massacre, and Lorna ended up possessed by a psionic being named Malice. Under Malice's control, she actually led the Marauders and fought the X-Men. Pretty rough. Malice got permanently bonded to her, and she ended up leading a full attack during Inferno. Eventually, after Mr. Sinister died, Malice's grip weakened, and Lorna managed to call the X-Men for help. But by the time they got to her, Zaladane, who claimed to be her half-sister, had taken her. In the Savage Land, Zaladane used the High Evolutionary's tech to steal Lorna's powers and claim them for herself. This also finally separated Lorna from Malice. But then something wild happened. Lorna's secondary mutation kicked in. She got taller, stronger, invulnerable, and totally broke free. Her new powers even messed with people around her, ramping up negative emotions like anger. After everything that happened in the Savage Land, Lorna ended up on Muir Island, hoping for some answers. Dr. Moira McTaggart couldn't fully explain Lorna's new mutation, but she did confirm one thing: Zaladane could only have stolen Lorna's powers if they were actually biological sisters. Not long after arriving, Lorna joined a new Muir Island-based X-Men team led by Moira and Banshee. Things kicked off fast. They had to defend the island from the Reavers, who were hunting Wolverine. During this time, it became clearer that Lorna was functioning as a kind of emotional energy nexus, unknowingly drawing power from negative emotions like anger and hate. This caught the attention of the Shadow King, who used her as a doorway into the physical world. That opened up a global wave of chaos, anger, violence, you name it. It took a full team-up between the X-Men and X-Factor to stop him in what's now known as the Muir Island Saga. Once the Shadow King was defeated, Lorna's magnetic powers returned, possibly triggered by Zaladane's death and Psylocke's psionic blade, while all her other new powers vanished. After that, Valerie Cooper invited her to join a government-sponsored version of X-Factor. Tired of hiding out on Muir Island, she said yes. Havoc joined too, and the two were set up as co-leaders. While there was hope for their relationship, it stayed complicated. Lorna worked through some of her trauma from years of being mind-controlled with help from Dr. Leonard Samson, and really leaned into Xavier's dream of peaceful coexistence. At one point, the government secretly pegged Lorna as a potential weapon against Magneto and sent the mercenary Random to test her. Malice tried to make a comeback too, but both Lorna and Havoc protected each other, and in the end, Malice was destroyed by Mr. Sinister. Then, things took a turn. Havoc was kidnapped by Dark Beast's goons, and Polaris got a fake note saying he needed space. She was crushed. To make it worse, X-Factor's lineup changed, with Mystique and Sabretooth joining under government orders. Lorna started questioning her place on the team, especially as her original teammates drifted away. Eventually, she found out the truth about Havoc. He'd been mind-controlled and forced to attack X-Factor. She tried to help him, but he lashed out and seriously injured her. Sabretooth later betrayed the team too, adding to the chaos. So, that's what's up for today. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Polaris could make an appearance in Doomsday? And hey, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on more updates coming your way, including other awesome movies and series. Catch you next time.